think God has been so active, and my life is a testimony that He is always working.
Welcome to another episode of Unscripted. My name is Mathawe Matsapola. You know, this lady has ruffled so many feathers with her character Kamina. I'm sure you wanted to grab her and slap her so many times for doing what she did to the causes. Or maybe they deserved it. Let's welcome Michelle. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How has it been? I mean, Kamina comes and it's just been hectic.
It's been hectic, yes. I think that's the best way to describe it. But it's been absolutely amazing. I think the reception has been so great from every single person that I've met on the streets. Some people come and reprimand me and tell me to stop, and some people, it's honestly fantastic.
Well, you're not scared that maybe they will slap you?
I was definitely nervous that someone would grab me and shake me up a bit. But shame, no one did that. Everyone
gets bodyguards when you were going out to the malls. I mean, Kamina was...
She was a lot. No,
she was a lot.
She was a lot. But I think people had a love-hate relationship with her. So it was, bodyguards weren't necessary. No. Yeah.
Well, Kamina was not your first role. You were on Isibaya playing a Sangoma. Can you differentiate the two characters? What you learned from both, what you got from the two characters? Yeah.
Well, on Isibaya I was playing a character named Zagiti, and she was a traditional healer, a prophetess. She had the ability to sense a lot in the spiritual realm, and I think the characters are extremely different. Zagiti was selfless, and everything she did was to help other people. She would always put herself last, and Kamina was probably the complete opposite of
selfish one.
Yeah, she was conniving. I think that there was a sense of good in her, but it was at everyone else's expense. She wanted her life to be a certain way because of where she came from, which was a very difficult space from the DRC to come to South Africa. But she was a survivalist in a way. She was like, if I need to make it in the world, and I'm gonna make it no matter who I hurt. So I've learned a lot from both characters. I've learned the importance of putting others first, and I've also learned the importance of putting yourself first sometimes. But you just need to balance it out, not too much.
Do you have any similarities with any of the characters?
I think the characters are quite extreme, and it's a bit difficult for me to say I relate fully with them, but there are traits that I can pull from them. I think I can pull quite a lot from Kamina. I know it sounds weird, but...
tell us about Kamina and you, and Kamina Michelle.
No, not in the bad way, but just in the sense of, I think I understand how, I can relate to how a lot of people will go through pain and a lot of obstacles, and how that can change you and make you either a better person or a worse person. And I think for me, it always makes me a better person. It makes me want to work harder. It makes me want to strive for bigger things in life. And I think she had that trait that, okay, this...
Have you gone through a pain that led you to wanting to do good?
Yeah, I think in life, just losing family members, for instance, or just things that we all go through that are inevitable in life, but still very difficult to deal with. We all find different ways of dealing with our pain, and I think Kamina is an example of maybe not the best way to deal with it, but that is a way that people deal with their pain, which is to kind of inflict pain on other people. So I've learned quite a lot from her. She's made me be a lot more empathetic to people that I might not have understood if I had just met them any other day. Yeah.
And the French and the accent, where did you pick that up? Did you have to learn some French? And take us through that.
So I've always been a lover of languages, and even at school I studied Spanish, I studied French, and accents were also part of it for me. I really enjoy listening to how people speak in the different dialects from not just South Africa but all around the world. So that's always been something I've been passionate about from a very young age. And then the French, I'm actually fluent in Spanish. I'm not fluent in French. I'm like, I can have a decent conversation with someone in French, but that just meant that for this role I had to kind of dig deep into the things that I'd studied way back in high school, and I was watching a lot of French news and just doing crazy things to get back into that zone. But it required a lot of work. I even had a translator who was from the Cameroon, and she was helping me with my French, because French is also very different depending on where you are from. You know, French from France versus French from the Congo, Cameroon is also very different. So I had to be very delicate with that.
How was your relationship with our uncle Brutus, who calls you Kamina? Off screen,
yeah.
When they said cut,
yes.
How was the relationship after that?
You know, when I think about Mr. Ndaba, my heart just becomes so warm. I think he's actually one of the most inspiring people in our industry, and even on set, I just remember having conversations with him about, you know, my craft, about God. He's very spiritual and encouraging, and humble and down to earth, and so funny. One of the most funniest people I've ever met in my life. But I think the number one thing is that he was very encouraging, and never, the whole crew really and cast never made me feel out of place. You know, I mean, I just came in, but they made me feel at home, and it was a privilege. 100%.
What are you going to miss?
Everything really, but I'm going to miss the amount of fun we had on set. You know, the moment they said cut, we were just laughing, and I would say I was a bit of a menace on set, just kind of coming up with songs and fooling around. But it's a great family unit, and it just makes you realize how important conducive professional environment is, no matter where you are, not just on set, but just in any profession, how important it is for people to feel valued and accepted, which is exactly what happened.
So Kamina died.
Yeah.
We maybe see Kamina coming back on the Queen as a ghost, or what else will Michelle be doing in 2019?
Well, I mean, I don't know really about if Kamina will come back as a ghost, but you never know.
Never know.
Never know. But I have a lot of plans. I absolutely love the industry that I'm in. I love writing, I love directing. So I'm also thinking about going behind the scenes next year. I've been in talks with some directors and producers as well about new roles. So I'm always ready to challenge myself with the next character, completely different, always surprising people.
So let's look back into 2018. What are some of the highlights for you?
Sure, so many. I think God has been so active, and my life is a testimony that He is always working. But I mean, for instance, my gig with Revlon #1 was a huge highlight for me. To be part of an international brand like that, the Queen, obviously, being part of the show I'm doing now at the Market Theatre as well. There's so many things I don't even know, but I'm grateful for the work. I'm grateful for my friends, my family, the new friends I've made even from the Queen. You know, the relationships that I've made now, even beyond the show, has been absolutely amazing.
All right. So we're hoping 2019 we'll see more of you on camera.
I hope so. Yes, definitely. That's the plan. That is the plan for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was Michelle. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you. That was wonderful.